You think you're tired, but you're not. You sleep in on weekends, and you call it recovery. This is how 96% of people stay exhausted, without realizing it. The other 4%, they understand something you don't yet. It's not overwork, it's nervous system overload. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what's actually happening inside your brain. This is How 96, where we don't fix you, we decode you. You believe rest is the opposite of work. Work drains you, rest refills you. That's the story. But your brain doesn't measure exhaustion in hours worked. It measures threat, stimulation, and cognitive load. Inside your brain is a system designed to detect danger and allocate energy accordingly. The amygdala flags threat. The prefrontal cortex manages decisions. The autonomic nervous system shifts between activation and recovery. In simple terms, you have two modes, fight or flight, and rest and digest. Most people assume sleep alone switches them back into recovery mode, but it doesn't. Because exhaustion isn't just physical, it's neurological. Research in sleep science and stress physiology shows that chronic, low-level stress keeps cortisol elevated even outside working hours. Studies on allostatic load, the cumulative wear and tear on the nervous system, show that when stress remains psychologically active, the body never fully returns to baseline. Even if you're in bed, even if you're not working. Your body might be horizontal, your nervous system isn't. Think of it like this. Your brain is a laptop. Work opens 20 tabs, emails, deadlines, meetings. But your weekend doesn't close the tabs. It just minimizes them. They're still running in the background, draining power. That's why you wake up Monday feeling like you never shut down. Because you didn't. And there's another layer. Modern rest isn't rest. Scrolling isn't recovery. Streaming isn't recovery. Constant notifications aren't recovery. They are stimulation without output, which keeps your nervous system partially activated. Low level but constant, like a car engine idling all weekend. And it feels personal because it is. You tell yourself you're weak, that other people handle stress better, that maybe you just need more discipline. But your exhaustion isn't a character flaw, it's biological. Your environment is saturated with microstressors, news alerts, group chats, work slack, performance pressure, endless comparison. Your brain can't distinguish between a predator in the forest and an inbox that never empties. Both signal unfinished threat. So your nervous system never completes the stress cycle. Here's what you're actually missing. When was the last time your nervous system actually felt safe? Not distracted, not entertained, safe. You don't feel rested because your body never received a safety signal. Not a vacation signal, a safety signal. And safety isn't the absence of work. It's the absence of perceived threat. Most weekends remove work tasks. They don't remove threat perception. That's the difference. So how do you actually feel rested? Not temporarily relaxed, rested. First correction, neural closure. Before your weekend begins, write down every unfinished task. Not to complete them, to contain them. When you externalize open loops, your prefrontal cortex registers closure. Psychologically, this reduces cognitive load. Your brain stops rehearsing unfinished scenarios in the background. Second correction, stimulation fasting. For at least half a day, remove optional input. No scrolling, no news, no constant content. Why does this work? Because recovery requires parasympathetic dominance, and the parasympathetic system activates when novelty and perceived threat decrease. Silence is not boring to your nervous system. It's restorative. Third correction, physical completion. Stress is designed for movement. If your week was mentally intense but physically static, Your body never discharged activation. Walk without headphones. Lift something heavy. Stretch slowly. This signals to your brain that the threat has been metabolized. Movement completes what mental stress began. Without this, the stress loop stays open. Most people try to rest passively, but real recovery is active regulation. That's the distinction. Here's what the 96% never learn. Feeling rested is not about how long you sleep. It's about whether your nervous system believes it's safe. You can sleep 8 hours in a state of background threat and wake up tired. You can sleep 6 hours after genuine regulation and wake up clear. Your body doesn't care about the calendar. It cares about signals. Weekend rest fails because it changes your schedule, not your state. The 4% who actually feel rested, they don't have different genetics. They have different regulation. They close the loop. They signal safety. They discharge stress. If you're exhausted right now, it's not because you're broken. It's because no one taught you how nervous systems actually work. So here's your choice. Keep resting the way you always have and stay in the 96%. Or learn to regulate, because exhaustion is not always a lack of sleep. Sometimes it's a lack of shutdown. Control your mind or it will control you. This is how 96.